Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. Last time, well, we declared war on Austria. We did a little bit of, I guess you should say, damage. But for now, we have the issue with we're missing a lot of people from our armies, and we also are currently at war with Austria, who do have a lot of troops scattered around into their armies here. So we'll have to play defensively. We'll have them attack us, and that should be enough to, I think, pull this off. There's a lot of armies also scattered around everywhere, so if we really tried, we wouldn't get an military access from France, but it would definitely be helpful if we could. But once again, we will not be getting that, so we'll just keep on kicking on Austria, and I believe Venice, the original target here. So when it comes to Venice, we'll probably, as I said, demand these two, and also most likely Corfu, and have them hand back Dalmatia to Croatia. And then I think we'll just start the annexation of Hungary. We'll probably use Moldavia here as our medium to, well, annex Hungary, so that shouldn't be a fuzz. And as you can see, we do need a lot of war score for this to pull this off, so it'll probably take a while, considering the fact that we have a few damaged regiments, to put it that way, mostly due to the fact that I screwed up bad. Once again, I'm pretty tempted to actually take this guy, but once again, we do not actually have the money to pay that off. So for the time being, we'll just continue with warfare as it is. Might actually hire a few mercenaries, but nothing more than that. And considering Austria, it should be easy to take them down here. I would also like to remind a friendly reminder of something, that whenever I have problems with my videos or something I can't record, I can't upload, I won't be online or something, I usually just post it on my Twitter. You can find it on my page. I'll try to drop it in the description. You can basically, if you're unsure if I've uploaded anything today or if I will, you can just do a quick little check on the Twitter. So that should be fine. We'll continue the sieges here, and we'll see how things wind up. As you can see, we have lost a battle here, and basically we have been pushed back due to the fact that they joined up a 30k regiment here. And once again, that is, well, something that makes it a little bit difficult to fight, or is a little bit difficult to fight. I might actually have been a little bit, well, I should put this over confident in this war, but as you can see, they are at war with a lot of people now, so they will be helping me out. These guys will all retreat to Constant or Burgos. These guys are, I think I'll just try and get them out of here with the boats, and then we'll actually join up our armies and basically just set them back up for warfare again. There's a trouble here with this this fleet here, but I'm pretty sure that I can at least sneak into Albania just to get them out of the danger zone, I guess I should say. So that's fine. At least we'll just keep on going as we have. These guys will of course gain war exhaustion by marching through our lands. That is pretty much a certainty. Also go ahead and dislodge, I think, try and at least take down these guys, and we'll see how much my troops can actually reinforce by the time we actually get them well, into battle, more or less. But as you can see, mercenaries will actually do a lot of jobs here, or a lot of work for me, I think. So we will be employing a huge amount of them. But as you can see, there's a lot of troops in motion, so but at the very least, Granada has apparently landed an army in Naples. That's good. That means that I can get them out of the war pretty quickly. And I could potentially also start considering starting a war with Castile, just get them out of the race completely. Aragon is a war with Naples, so that's also something to take into consideration. But as things are standing now, we might look into, or it looks very bad, to be honest. It's kind of a risky situation. But once again, these guys are actually pretty far into my land, so if they actually decide to run all the way home, I would be very much disappointed, but it probably will. So I can't make anything out of this. So let's see, we'll do this. Have this army. We'll march that one up there just in case. I'm not completely sure where all of these guys will run, but for now it should be just fine. I guess we'll just also take Seta while we're at it, and that should be fine. We'll also do the siege of these provinces down here. Basically, just to start racking up some war score. Crane and Graz, we could just re-siege it once we actually get ourselves into, or up there, more or less. But as I said before, picking these smaller battles and winning them is what's important in a holy war. So I can't really say that I am too disappointed with how things are currently standing, because we are definitely in route to pulling this off. Although we do have a deficit in the number of troops, they do have more. They can of course use more. We are out of manpower right now. I'm pretty sure these guys aren't, but as you can see, we are actually getting the upper hand troop-wise. The problem is that most of the troops that are in question is actually stuck here. As far as I can see, Navarra and Granada has actually sent their troops over, or at least they are on their way, which is also very positive, because that means that I now have, well, my vassal armies will be assisting, as you can see here in Naples. Once again, I'm pretty sure that I won't actually take a single Neapolitan province in this war, no real reason for it, so if I can just get these guys out of the war, that could potentially just also be a little bit helpful. But for now, we'll just play the slow game, take it, well, calmly, carefully, and basically use our mercenaries as heavy hitters, or basically sacrificing manpower by having them attack first, and then using all of this to our advantage. It should definitely be a possibility to win this, but we'll have to see how it turns out. For now, we'll just continue slowly but surely making progress, moving forward, and screwing over Austria and everyone else. We'll see how it all turns out in the end. Once again, there's no real reason to actually keep Naples in this war, because I won't actually gain anything from it no matter what I do here. So I guess we'll just go for taking their cash and end it their way. Also, I'm pretty sure that the Granadan forces here should be able to sneak themselves into my lands. They might get access from the Pope, Ferrara, and that's basically all they need to be able to march home. That's not really a problem either. And as such, we'll just take the money, because money is definitely what will be needed once this war actually keeps on dragging out. Yes, I do have the hiccups, and it's fairly annoying. I do very often have them. So let's see. Ooh, that is bad. That is really bad. That's actually a pretty damn big army. So we'll just have this army standing ready to fight them. But once again, Austria is a war with pretty or many countries. So once again, it's not really likely that we'll be doing most of the fighting. I'll sacrifice 50 admin power because I need the money. So yeah, as you can see, Austria is actually already ready to give up here. What I simply need to... Wow, that is a big army. 52,000 men. That's actually their entire army, I think. I will afford, or give myself permission to buy a general here. Suleiman Piri, 4612. He should be able to wreck them. Continent, I believe it's probably mountains. Yeah, mountains and also the river. So we'll probably get -4 if we're lucky on the bonus roll, or bonus to the rolls, might say. So yeah, they're actually main center military alliance with Bohemia. Are we actually at war with Bohemia? No, we're not. So what we'll do, we'll try and lure them in. Try to have them. They actually went after Danish armies first. And here's kind of a funny thing. If I were to attack right now, I would be able to fight these 90,000 men. But once again, I don't really want to attack, because I'm very prone in this area to get negative modifiers, and that ain't good at all. Let's see, they will actually still go after him, although I should have changed over my general before that battle. It's kind of bad to play on me. But as you can see, they are being slaughtered pretty severely here. I'm pretty sure they only got the -1 here. So imagine if they actually got a mountain modifier as well. But as you can see, we lost about 4,000 men. They lost close to 20,000. So that basically means that this war should be over. I can't really see any reason for them, or any way that they would be capable of coming back now. So that is fine for us. Once again, I'm actually going after Austria, at least a couple of Austrian provinces, because I do want the how should I put this? I do want to be able to release Styria and then feed them most of the Austrian provinces. What will be kind of difficult in this playthrough, as you might imagine, is when it actually comes to trying to beat the what's their name? Trying to beat the whole Roman Empire as a whole, because I can't actually sell provinces that is a part of the whole Roman Empire to a member of well, my lands, which is kind of a troublesome situation, to be honest. So we will have to, how should I put this, dismantle the Holy Roman Empire sooner or later. But for the time being, it's kind of difficult, because as you know, I need to get to this area, so I'll probably deal with France first. We'll probably start focusing a little bit more on France already now. England and France will probably be what we'll be aiming to screw up. Potentially also Bavaria here. We do have a lot of cores, a lot of provinces. Also, if we screw up Austria really bad and they just end up with these 4, we could use that once again also to our advantage, but I wouldn't really be counting on it. We'll have to see how it all turns out, but for now we just fight this war and see how it turns out. Once again we deliver a crushing defeat here for the opposing forces. As you can see, they lost about 20,000, we lost about 8. So manpower wise they should be running on empty right now. We should have them basically crushed. So it's kind of weird how they still are posing a challenge here. Also that they got 4,000 troops there in the blink of an eye. As you can also see, I do have the Grenadian army here actually also helping out, so that is a very positive thing, because now I can just use that one to run around, do some sieges, and otherwise just screw people over. There's also the Croatian army here. So now my vassals have actually started to, what shall we say, help out a little bit more than they used to. We are definitely looking looking a lot better, and it should be once again a pretty straightforward victory here. We have basically placed ourselves in a good position, and as such we are basically almost already done, I dare say. All that remains now is to do a couple of more sieges, get some speed on them. As you can see here, my troops are my troop count has basically remained on the same thing. It was 29,000 for a while ago, now it's 25. Disorder, alas, some might burn. We'll just go ahead and boost that straight up, and I should probably go ahead too and reduce that one. War exhaustion is starting to become a real issue here with the prolonged battles. So I should definitely start and do some more sieging of the Venetian lands here, so that I can get the war sped up or speed it up, and such get what I'm after here before too long. Because this war has already lasted for almost 5 years, and as such things aren't looking too bad. Of course, Castile decided to join the coalition, which currently consists of France, Savoy, Aragon, Castile. So yeah, we'll probably have to get rid of this thing pretty soon, and I'm a little bit unsure I would actually do that, but for now we'll just keep on fighting and keeping on, well, kicking their asses. I'll go ahead and kill off these peasants with this army and re-siege the lands if we win this battle. We should, but as you can see, we are suffering some heavy losses, but so are they. So once again, we are winning battles. We do have a pretty good army. Portuguese Patriots, Granada. Portugal is, as far as I know, a vassal, so it wouldn't really matter if they got those provinces, but we don't want them to have them, so we'll go ahead and deal with those guys and also the Portuguese Patriots. But as you can see, all that remains really is to wait for the sieges to finish, and then we'll do a war against a minor, release a couple of provinces, and that should basically be enough to sort out a lot of issues here. We'll send them away to get some extra piety, and as you can see, Lithuania is currently in a how should I put this, a civil war. Moldavia is definitely a target right now for vassalization due to the fact that I can most likely feed them. Yeah, I can actually feed them Ukraine among other things, and also to some extent try and feed them some of the Hungarian areas, although they are Catholic and the Moldavians aren't. So that could be a possible problem, but of course we can go after Poland, just go after Krakow, and there's a lot of targets. Silesia. We do have a lot of possibilities, but once again, we have to deal with this war first, and then we'll figure out what to do. We do have a lot of rebel issues right now, so I definitely should actually go ahead and reduce that. Even I'll just reduce it to 1 to just try not have these huge amounts of rebel pop up and thus cause even more trouble than I already have. Brandenburg apparently wants out of this. That is fine by my reckoning. They don't actually add anything. They don't actually give anything either. Trier, the Palatinate, Mainz. I believe that's 3 of the 4 electors. Or 4. The Palatinate, Mainz, Trier. Too bad that I almost had all the electors. I could potentially have gone for the disassembly of the empire, but I'm missing among other people Bohemia, so it wouldn't really be any points to that. Austrian Patriots have risen up in Crane. We want to see Treviso. So, are you guys ready to give me what I want, you Venetians? Apparently not yet. As you might imagine, I probably want this. Basically, get them out of this area, and also, yeah, we'll have to do some more sieges, but we should be able to get, once again, what I'm after here. We'll have to fight the Australian. Austrian patriots, but as you can see, they're not really that much of a troublesome opponent. And as of now, the sieges are definitely coming along nicely. It's kind of risky to send 2,000 men to. Well, that is even more risky by those guys because they'll definitely get slaughtered. But we do have one issue here, and as you can see, or as you can imagine, that is the fact that the Austrians now have joined up their armies and will most likely, I guess, march on us. So I will be placing this army in Treviso, and hopefully this will be enough to actually, well, deter them, as it were. We want the Battle of the Ends. They are actually marching on these guys, so I guess we'll actually order these guys to march to, well, back up. But as you can see here, we are definitely in the driver's seat when it comes to armies. Our armies are stronger than at least the Austrians, and that poses a very good situation for us to be in. So let's see here. We'll allow you to stay. We'll allow you to stay as well. We'll simply once again keep on with I guess you should call it my tactic, which is slowly inching forward, making sure that you do have troops to back up your sieging units, and thus luring them into battle. What the hell happened now? Styria broke free. Now let's see it. Denmark. The Hansa will see Lauenburg to them. Also will leave Styria as a sovereign state. Well, that screws up my plans. On the plus note, though, perhaps it didn't. Let's see, if I were to take Kant now, and release of Styria is kind of a troublesome situation. I'll think about it until next time. But as you can see, we have basically won the war against Austria here, even though we shouldn't, or were to begin with in a worse position. I will probably just accept what these guys want, because not really too much to do here. And as you can see, the people also call for peace, so we definitely need to get this war done soon. All that remains is to siege these four national provinces, and I believe that's it. That's all we need to get that 100% war score. Then we'll go ahead and annex Ardina and Tez, and then we'll probably declare war on Moldavia to. I guess we'll vassalize Moldavia, but Ukraine will probably concede defeat against them or something like that. We'll have to see. Probably might even go after Hungary here to just keep Croatia alive for the time being. Just have them eat Hungary. There's a lot of things to consider, but we'll do that. We'll do a little bit more on that next time. Unfortunately, we didn't get that much progress as I would have liked in this episode, but we are at least progressing forward, and we should be able to get the deals here with Austria and Venice. The fact that Styria was released kind of messes up my plans, but potentially, since I will have a truce with Austria right after this war, I could go for a straight out war against them. I'm pretty sure I can actually vassalize them. They have what, 12, 17? I believe that's within the limits to what I can actually vassalize. So that is a good thing, to say the least. So we'll focus on that next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.